a public service announcement brought to you in part by Slim Shady. The views and events expressed here are totally fucked and are not necessarily the views of anyone. However, the events and suggestions that appear on this album are not to be taken lightly. Children should not partake in the listening in this album with laces in their shoes. Slim Shady is not responsible for your actions upon purchasing this album. You have agreed not to try this at home. Anything else? President and the press address before the American Newspaper Publishers of their Association, in April 27, 1961. President John F. Kennedy, Waldorf Astoria Hotel, New York City, April 27, 1961. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate very much your generous invitation to be here tonight. You bear heavy responsibilities these days, and an article one reads some time ago reminded me of how particularly heavily the burdens of present-day events bear upon your profession. However, that when a well-known diplomat from another country demanded recently that our State Department repudiate certain newspaper attacks on his colleague, it was unnecessary for us to reply that this administration was not responsible for the press, for the press had already made it clear that it was not responsible for this administration. I don't fit into big crowds cause I'm an innocent child that can't understand what this shit is about. I'm always the one who's getting cut off and trying to speak at any fucking day or time of the week, so I decided to be a fucking asshole, retarded bastard. Why become something that I hardly mastered? It's all a disaster, but I'm going to make it all go right, and I'm fitting to become that one that you all don't like, cause all those times you all dissed me, laughed at me just to make your ass happy. I'm past that. Conceited Mac Daddy is what I'm fitting to become. It'll be funny, so take a seat and relax and sip some more Hennessy, son. I'm a snap about faction cause I give a fuck about nothing. I'll give a fuck about giving a fuck about something, but still nobody wants to hang with me, and why's that? You're like the 16th president cause I'm innocent as an intricate knife getting inside literally anyone getting away with living a lie. I'll hit them within a minute, fitting to be witnessing a menus in disguise, sicker than anyone giving a lyric and sick in the mind. I'm the literal definition of unmimicable. Kid is the divine. Witness it within my eyes. They see me getting rid of any competition of mine. They know I'm making a fool out of them, kicking a rhyme. You are different than I. Every day my brain is working to create a state of purpose, change the way you may observe it today. My place of worship is the place I lay my verse, and hate became my rage. It made me flourish. Now I put the rage in courage till it ain't occurring. This page I drain the pain I've gained through anger's burdens. When the flames is burning, I break my chains and slay restraints this game has made, cause there ain't no way they'll stay and take my brain. This game obtains the frame of a deranged yet famous circus clown running around for an entertainment purpose, but the leader just trying to make you purchase. This industry is raising little pets, rather give you drinks and cigarettes than brain and intellect. Got me hating my generation like Kardashians photoshopped ass that breaks the internet. You can save that shit. I've got a brain now. When it's real rap, it's a holiday. Ain't where I should be, but I'm on my way making noise from the side like pocket change. Your best rapper alive list. Fuck getting a regular job shit, I'm too cool for that. I hope I'm gambling right with all this rap shit, cause if I fail then I just wasted half of my life and I'm a dropout, so that just means I have to shoot dice. Up on the corner with their line, notice Jack you at nights. I'm the type of guy who gives a fuck about my ass, only get my shit straight then bypass homies. Always talking about buy that for me. Nigga, buy your own shit, life is so sick. Why? Teachers say I need to act my age, bitch fuck you, I'll smack your face until you have no taste buds to taste with. I can't budge, so face it, I'm raw straight from the basement. My style stays ugly, most you can't touch me. I dedicated my life to this shit faithfully. I act the way I want to rap and rap the way I want to act, and most of you are so annoyed at that. I'm setting up a trap for these raps to stumble over, for whoever be thinking they're one up on me. I went over these raps, you ain't fucking sober. They're not in my mind, and my style boggles the mind. The hottest with rhymes, something you're simply not cause you're not in your prime. I hopped in your ride and rabbit took off into the night, cause I have realized that none of you artists are tight. I'm making it mine, I'm sharp like the card on the knife. Why you mad at me? You're full of shit, I'm the bullet in your bulletin. They don't want a youngin' to be good with this, but I think outside of the box that they put me in. I'm working at my leisure. When I'm turning on a speaker, I'll be lurking as a creature. When I burn them like a heater, and I murder like the reaper. As I'm murking every feature, I'll be learning from a teacher, but I'm serving like a leader. I'm urging and I'm eager to be heard of as a speaker of the words and the demeanor of a worker with no breather. Cause a verse without my ether is a church without a preacher, and I'm earning but my service for the person in the bleachers. So I give a damn salute to each friend that's new to this plan. Understand you handed me this, and man I can't refuse you, and until I'm banned from YouTube, the raps that I record will snap your spine cord and literally have your ass handed to you. Rise against me. I would like to just see you try to get on my level whenever you're rhyming. Simply everybody be talking that shit when I get gritty, but I'm better than anyone rapping who tried to diss me. I define the grisly grind of 50 when he was trying to shine or die trying. This is why I write this quickly. Motivation is what I'm kind of sending. You're condescending when I write these writings. I combine Einstein's mind with science fiction, mix the liberal mind of Brian Griffin with violent thinking like pirate ships, with living by a rhyme religion with giant visions, virus sickness, psychic thinking lines so vivid men and women picture my words like hieroglyphics. I'm the shit. You know you're not dealing with some fucking marshmallow little soft yellow punk pussy whose heart's failing. I be goddamned if you nailing any nails in this coffin when I'm healing myself. I bet you didn't see that one coming, did you? Big said it increased the complication. I ain't the one. When an Uzi weighs a motherfucking ton, you just a student of the game that taught me. We know you're rocking every rocking every stage, and I'm awfully underrated, but I came here to correct it so it ain't mistaken. I don't even need to speak, you're still hitting the ground, looking around like what just hit me. I think it may even have bit me. I don't even need AG unit when I hit you in 50. Please splitting this shit 5150. You know someone's getting fucked. How funny, give me a second. I'll write with independence. I build up a method. No women or men will be given a leverage of limiting anything. I don't really got to be thinking about a limit. I literally eliminate every limit to living, and nobody really wants to be giving me lip, because even all of my literacy will lift you to heaven just so I can drop you below. There hasn't been a motherfucking second that I'm not in control. This only shows you're so goddamn weak, but you know that I got loftier goals. Just because it's never been done, man, it doesn't mean that I won't make it happen. I know I will make it happen. If I said I'll make it happen, just know I will make it happen, and I haven't even received the knowledge to fail, not pressured by the pressure. When all else is lost, I am still the prophet, and my only intent is to never be profiting, but still psycho to my psychologist. He said the only person fit to battle me is my second personality, so I bullied him. Cause the dreams that I dream and the songs that I sing when I lost myself, it had a different meaning if I shut down and closed my eyes. Could you imagine all of those hundreds of gone? You're going to miss me when I'm gone. I wonder what will happen to you when I'm gone. As I'm leaving, I won't say goodbye. Sad farewells are not for me. I'll just wonder if this is what should be, and I wonder what will happen to me when I'm gone. I will hope you forever will remember me. There used to be a time when you could just say a rhyme and wouldn't have to worry about one of your people dying, but now it's elevated, cause once you put someone's kids in it, the shit gets escalated. It ain't just words no more, is it? It's a different ballgame. Calling names, and you ain't just rapping. We actually tried to stop the beef from happening. Me and Dre had sat with him, kicked it, and had a chat with him and asked him not to start it. He wasn't going to go after him until he started yapping in magazines how we got him. Fuck it, 50 smash him, mash him, and let him have it. Meanwhile, my attention is pulling in other directions. Some receptionist at the source who answers phones at his desk has an erection for me and thinks that I'll be his resurrection. Tries to blow the dust off his mic and make a new record, but now he's fucked the game up, cause one of the ways I came up was through that publication, the same one that made me famous. Now the owner of it has got a grudge against me for nothing. Well, fuck it, that motherfucker can get it too. Fuck him then, but I'm so busy being pissed off I don't stop to think that we just inherited 50s beef with Murder Inc. and he's inherited mine, which is fine. Ain't like either of us mind. We still have soldiers that's on the front line, that's willing to die for us as soon as we give the orders, never to extort us, strictly to show they support us. We'll maybe shout them out in a rap or up in a chorus to show them we love them back and let them know how important it is to have Runyon Avenue soldiers up in our corners. Their loyalty to us is worth more than any award is, but I ain't trying to have none of my people hurt and murdered. It ain't worth it. I can't think of a perfecter way to word it than to just say that I love you all too much to see the verdict. I'll walk away from it all before I let it go any further, but don't get it twisted. It's not a plea that I'm copping. I'm just willing to be the bigger man. If you all can quit popping off at the jaws, well then I can, cause frankly I'm sick of talking. I'm not going to let someone else's coffin rest on my conscience, cause I'm lost. I fell out of the loop. I feel like everybody's swimming in the fountain of youth while I'm in my house in the booth. My mind's crowded with views from the past. You may remember that in 1851 the New York Herald Tribune, under the sponsorship and publishing of Horace Greeley, employed as its London correspondent an obscure journalist by the name of Karl Marx. We are told that foreign correspondent Marx, stone broken with a family, ill and undernourished, constantly appealed to Greeley and managing editor for an increase in his munificent salary of $5 per installment, a salary which he and Engels ungratefully labeled as the lousiest petty bourgeois cheating. But when all his financial appeals were refused, Marx looked around for other means of livelihood and fame, eventually terminating his relationship with the Tribune and devoting his talents full-time to the cause that would bequeath the world the seeds of Leninism, Stalinism, revolution, and the Cold War. If only this capitalistic New York newspaper had treated him more kindly, if only Marx had remained a foreign correspondent, history might have been different, and I hope all publishers will bear this lesson in mind the next time they receive a poverty-stricken appeal for a small increase in the expense account from an obscure newspaper man. I have selected as the title of my remarks tonight, "The President and the Press." Some may suggest that this would be more naturally worded. They used to tell me I was crazy, now they listen to me like maybe. Man, it's been a dream. It's been a while since I've been without the passion. It's been for so long now, and like I said, it's way more than just something I want to be. This ain't about me just wanting to be famous. To me it's not about wanting to make money, it's like a part of my life now. You know, I never wanted the lifestyle. I just pray to God that my son will be alright now. I said ain't no love for the other side or anyone who ever wanted this. No joke, when I die I'm going out as the underdog who never lost hope. Let's go back, cause I've been there and I know how it feels to lose your way and lose the real you once knew that you existed, and I know how it feels to go astray and feel the pain you feel like something's missing. I've been there. I told the world one day I would pay it back, say it on tape and lay it, record it so that one day I could play it back, but I don't even know if I believe it when I'm saying that. Doubt's starting to creep in. Every day it's just so gray and black. Hope I just need a ray of that. No one sees my vision when I play it for 'em. They just say it's whack, but they don't know what dope is, and I don't know if I was awake or asleep when I wrote this. I always wanted to have that dream, so I started writing songs. I started writing stories. It was just something about it. It just always seemed this was for me. Only the ones I really love will ever really know me. Once I was 20 years old and my story got told before the morning sun. When life was lonely I only see my goals. I don't believe in failure cause I know the smallest voices, they can make it major. All I know is you came to me when I was at my lowest. You picked me up, breathed new life in me. I owe my life to you. For the life of me, I don't see why you don't see like I do, but it just dawned on me. You lost a son, demons fighting you. It's dark, let me turn on the lights and brighten me and enlighten you. I don't think you realize what you mean to me. Not the slightest clue, cause me and you were like a crew. I was like your sidekick. You're going to either want to fight me when I get off this fucking mic, or you're going to hug me. I'm out of options, there's nothing else I can do. I wish that we would have politically ended the shit this year, and maybe you all could have clicked and got you some features, but that's water under the bridge. But I'm washing my sins in it till my conscience is clear. Bacardi in hand, never thought the party would end. 1 minute you're saying shit, but then your audience splits. You can already sense the climate is starting to shift to these kids. You no longer exist. Went from raining cats and dogs in this bitch to tiny drops full of drips, and by the time your reign is over, you'll hardly be missed. You start thinking of all the artists you gift, all the carnage you left. Is this the kind of karma you get for turning your fucking back on busy, conniva and swift? A Freudian slip subconsciously. I honestly wished I ain't feel so much guilt and y'all didn't harbor resentment, but it's hard to pretend that y'all ain't ain't got none of this wish I had words, I guess they're just for this still. My point is I just can't say how sorry I am. This is not how I planned for our story to end. I love all of you, man. I just can't be the guy everybody depends on for entire careers, cause that's not even fair. I will always be here, but that spark isn't there, and I don't know how to recapture that time and that air I've tried harkening back to, but I'm fighting for air. I'm barely charting myself, feels like I'm under the sink. I'm going to wash away my sins, I'm going to rinse away this dirt. I forgot to make amends to all the friends I may have hurt. I better stop and say my grace from that. I pray that I don't fall, cause on the way back down I may end up running back into them all. I never meant to use you all as my stepping stones, and though I ain't left no one behind, but we've been down every road, done all we possibly can. I know we kept up our hopes, but the longer we spend living this lie that we live, the less is left for closure. So let's let this go. It's not goodbye to our friendship, but this time for me it isn't over. It's obvious that they don't understand me. I don't want to quit, but shit, I feel like this is it for me to have this much appeal. Like this is sick, this is not a game, this fame in real life, this is sick publicity stunt. My ass conceal my fucking shit, fuck the guns, I'm done. I'll never look at gats. If I scrap, I'll scrap like I ain't never whipped some ass. I love my fans, but no one ever puts a grasp on the fact I've sacrificed everything I have. I never dreamt I'd get to the level that I'm at. This is whack, this is more than I ever could have asked. Everywhere I go, a hat, a sweater, hood, or mask. What about math? How come I wasn't ever good at that? It's like the boy in the bubble who never could adapt. I'm trapped. If I could go back, I never would have rapped. I sold my soul to the devil, I'll never get it back. I just want to leave this game with the same level head intact. Imagine going from being a no one to seeing everything blow up, and all you did was just grow up. I'm seeing it's fucking crazy, cause all I wanted was to live this life I never had, but instead I forced myself to live alienated. So I'm not going to say some shit and forget not to mention that I got a lyrical artillery. If this ever becomes a problem with anyone who doesn't contribute to it, the shit begins. It ain't going to miss you. Most fast rappers can't rap, but luckily for him, both of them ain't an issue. I'm back on my shit again, ready for a battle. Attack like the Minutemen, matched with the fact that the black that I have is simply a metaphor for the sadness I'm giving them fast. I've been rapping way past what you're thinking, friend. I had mixtape tracks in my 5th grade class. I was killing it, then flashback to the fad backpack that I stashed that shit up and trash that spit again. The mentality that I had, you had a half-ass intellect, but I don't give a rat's ass. I'm the bee's knees. See me when you read this off the internet. Every last frat rap slash whack ass pack that has slack, I'll kill them dead when I'm back in my 16s. I will make sure to get them hit. Motherfucking punk, put me on your fucking cover just to sell your little sellout mag. I ain't mad, I feel bad. Here's an ad, here's a poster of Ray Ray and his dad. You wanna talk about some shit that you don't know about? Yeah, let's talk about how you're putting your own son out there to try to eat off him cause you missed your boat. You're never gonna flow, bitch, you're just too slow. No wonder you're sore now, lordy, you're bored now. I'm pushing 30, you're kicking 40's door down, bitch. This is war now, and you'll never beat me. All you do is cheat me out of quotables, but you know that you'll always see me on your TV. I may raise some brows if I press the issue just to get the anger out. Fuck your magazine, I could take the staples out of Savage, but ain't thinking about no bank account, bitch. I'm off the chain like you don't want to come fuck with me. Shut the fuck up when I'm talking. Lil, bitch, I'm sorry. Wait, what's your talent? Oh, criticizing my talent. Oh, bitch, I don't know who the fuck you all are to give a subpar bar, to even have an opinion of me. If you mention me, millions of views, attention and news. I mention you, lose for me, win for you, billions of views. Your 10 cents are too skim through the music to give a two shits about your reviews to get clicks, but bitch, you just lit the fuse. Don't get misconstrued. Business is used, shit list renewed, so get shit to do or get dissed, cause I just don't get what the fuck half the shit is that you're listening to. Do you have any idea how much I hate this choppy flow everyone copies though? Probably no. Get this fucking audio out my audios. I can see why people like it. It's a little catchy, but it's just not me though. I'm not even dissing it. It's just ain't for me. All I am simply is just an MC. I can be a prick if you tempt me. My tank is on empty. No patience is in me, and if you offend me, I'm lifting you 10 feet in the air. I don't care who was there and who saw me, and I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? In the papers, the news, every day I am. Radio won't even play my jam cause I am whatever you say I am. You can hear him saying this roof is caving in. I reply, this is not the end, and I'm pulling for you to push through this feeling, and with a little time that should do the healing, and by tomorrow you may even feel so good that you're willing to forgive them. Even after all that you've been put through, this feeling of resilience is building, and the flames are burning quick as fire would through this building. You're sealed in, but you're fireproof, flame retardant. You withstood it, and as you climb up to the roof, you're just chilling. You look down cause you're so over them. You could put the heel of your foot through the ceiling the further you put it behind you. Right now I'm on the inside looking out. I can feel the heat rising. Everything is on fire. Today is a painful reminder of why we can only get brighter. Standing in the flames, it's a beautiful kind of pain. Setting fire to yesterday, finding the light. Yesterday was the tornado warning. Today is like the morning after. Your world is torn in half. You wake and let's wait to start the morning process rebuilding. You're still a work in progress. Today is a whole new chapter. It's like the thunderstorm has passed you. They hurt you so bad. It's like they murdered your ass, threw dirt on your casket, but you returned from the ashes. That hurt that you have, you just converted to gasoline, and while you're burning the past, standing at Inferno enchant as time passes. Things change every day, but wounds heal, but scars still remaining the same. But tomorrow that day has gone down in flames. Feel the burn. Watch the smoke as I returned rising from the flames. We're going to save this world together. Now with your wings fly away and give everyone this message. Tell them I give sight to the blind, my insight through the mind. I exercise my right to express when I feel it's time. It's just all in your mind. What you interpret it as I say to fight, you take it as I'm going to whip someone's ass. If you don't understand, don't even bother to ask. Someone's trying to tell us something. Maybe this is God just saying we are responsible for this monster, this beast that we have empowered. A father who has grown up with a fatherless past, who has blown up now to rap phenomenon that has, or at least shows no difficulty multitask, and in juggling both perhaps mastered his craft / entrepreneur who has helped launch a few more rap acts, who's had a few obstacles thrown his way through the last half of his career. Typical manure moving past that rubber band man, like I just snapped back. How could we allow something like this without pumping our fists? Now this is our final hour. Let me be the voice in your strength and your choice. Let me simplify the rhyme just to amplify the noise. Try to you amplify the times it multiply by 16 million people are equal at this high pitch. Maybe we can reach Al-Qaeda through my speech. Let the president answer a higher anarchy. No more blood for oil. We got our own battles to fight on our own soil. No more psychological warfare to trick us to thinking that we ain't loyal if we don't serve our own country. We're patronizing a hero. Look in his eyes, it's all lies. The stars and stripes, they've been swiped, washed out and wiped and replaced with his own face. Mosh now or die. If I get sniped tonight, you know why. You've been patiently waiting to make it through all the hate, debating whether or not you can even weather the storm. As you lay on the table, they operating to save you. It's like an angel came to you, sent from the heavens above. They think they're crazy, but they're not crazy. Let's face it, shit basically they're just playing sick. They ain't shit, they're not saying shit. Spray them 50, A to the K. If you get in the way, I'll bring Dre and them with me and turn this day into fucking mayhem. You staying with me, don't let me lose you. I'm not trying to confuse you. When I let loose with this Uzi and just shoot through your Azuzu, you get the message. Am I getting through to you? You know what's coming. You motherfuckers don't even know. Do you? Take some big and some Pac and you mix them up in a pot. Sprinkle a little Big L on top. What the fuck do you got? You got the realest and illest killers tied up in a knot. The juggernauts of this rap shit, like it or not, it's like a fight to the top just to see who died for the spot. You put your life in this, nothing like surviving a shot. Y'all know what time it is soon as he signs on this dot. Shit, what you know about death threats, cause I get a lot. Shady Records was 80 seconds away from the towers. Some cowards fucked with the wrong building. They meant to hit ours. Better evacuate all children. Nuclear showers. There's nothing spookier. You're now about to witness the power. I was trying to just get the two sides of the story, as Tupac is on one side and Biggie is on the other. I tell them I don't speak. I float in the air wrapped in a sheet. I'm not a real person. I'm a ghost trapped in my room. Yo, then they asked me if I wanted to go with them. I said no, I got to go to school, and he said that ain't no problem. My homie, come on. I said no, I don't really want to go, and you can tell, but he said that he was going to take me anyways. Then grabbed me and pulled me into his ride as I yelled, what the hell? He said, come on, get on in the ride and let me take you to the other side. I said, inhale, exhale. I heard that your clientele is doing real well. My homie, you know you need to calm down before county run up in your house, but you don't want to hear that though. Your good days have come and gone. I tried to tell you, now what's your name and tell me what's your claim to fame? You really trying to be living large like your last name was Kennedy? I tried to tell you, little man. Now how old are you and what you doing skipping school? I see you running with your lil crew out here fighting over red and blue. Now you want to claim gangs. Even heard that you bought a 9 milli man, and that ain't it. You started out with chronic on the brain. Now you're smoking amphetamines. I ain't trying to sell your dreams. I'm just trying to show you that there is other ways to getting cream. Take it from me. Just go to school, make something of your young life and watch it blow up. You ain't gotta stop being cool. You ain't even got to stop flossing fancy jewels and fast cars. Just keep it real with your game, son. Don't forget where you came from. I bet while I was away, you know probably some of you got to thinking your top 10 ain't you. Stop, cause you fuckers are talking crazy, and stop interrupting. You're not even up in the conversation. Whether you're Tupac, Scott or famous underground, Scott or nameless, whatever your job is, you came to fuck with your occupation. You're thinking just cause you came in with scrubs and you brought the scalpel and sponged the oxygen tank and the suction and shot the brain surgeon stuck in the operating room. Once you done, swapped your name with him, smuggled in Ronald Reagan. If you fuck him up, Donald Hagen, while juggling waffles, baking fucking McDonald's egg and cheese sausage bagel finagle. They flung it across the table, then bump it and knock it, shake it, jumped and got in the way, then disrupted my concentration. You said fuck it and lost my patience since they all woke up from sedation. Ain't none of you Scott Mason. So this is it. This is what I wished for, just isn't how I envisioned it. Fame to the point of improvement. I just thought that it would be different, but something changed the minute that I got a letter from a fan that said he's been praying for me every day, and for some reason it's been weighing on my mind heavy, cause I don't read every letter I get, but something told me to go ahead and open it. But why would someone pray for you when they don't know you? You didn't pray for me when I was local, and as I lay these vocals I think of all the shit I had to go through just to get to where I'm at. I've already told you at least 8,000 times in these rhymes I appreciate the prayer, but I've already got God on my side, and it's been one hell of a ride, hasn't it? Just watching it from an opposite standpoint, man, boys got to look nuts, and that's the only word I can think of right now on how to describe it. This is like a vibe you get cause God only puts us through as much as we can handle. Homie to homie, dog, it's like shit ain't changed. If it wasn't for this, then who's playing the game? You know what they say, don't be the hater, be a player to the game. It ain't for him, it's just media. See to them, it's just images. This is no gimmicks, this is blood in and blood out. When there's beef, you just gotta know when to jump in and jump out. If there's a problem, we solve it. If we don't resolve it, it usually just evolves into one big brawl, and we all get involved in it. We should all get a merit. This much beef we inherit and wear it like a badge of honor. Pass it around and share it and let it go to whoever's holding the most current people on their shoulders, and their soldiers got their backs till it's over. So it's like shady to slim to be back in that game. You know I hated confrontation. I truly hated the feuding, but you were down for yours whenever it came to scrapping. If it had to happen, it had to happen. Believe me, I know. Back from fixing cars to painting, whenever I stepped in the booth to getting arrested, sitting across from each other in cells laughing. Is this my life? Then I ask, why am I so differently wired? Am I this Martian? What kind of twisted experiment am I involved in? I'm hearing voices all around me saying, welcome back to the land of the living, my friend. You have slept for quite some time. Wake up in the hospital full of tubes, plus somehow I'm pulling through. Swear when I come back I'm going to be bulletproof. I'm going to do it just for proof. I think I should state a few facts, cause I may not get a chance again to say the truth. Shit, it just hit me that what if I would not have made it through? I think about the things I would have never got to say to you. I'd never get to make it right. Here's what I came to do. Feels like yesterday everything was totally new. We were globally huge, watching sales go through the roof. We rode and we viewed at Runyon Avenue. Soldiers included a multitude of homies who would die for us for no good excuse. We were so bulletproof, rope souped and soaked in our youth. Thought we was running shit till we lost the soul of our shoe. The death of him too, it broke us in two. We were thrown for a loop. Ain't none of us know what to do, and at the time I was going through my own struggles too, so I wasn't in no condition to be coaching us through it. Everyone tried to go solo. Really nobody knew. I was hoping they do, so I ain't have to shoulder the group. The plan was put everyone in position so that they knew how to stand on their own, and I don't want to open up wounds. I just noticed the moment was gone when we go in the booth, cause the truth is the moment that proof died, so did the group. It was never the same, and it's bothered me since. And the farther we drift apart, the more awkward it gets. The more time goes by, the more life happens, and we got to be men. We got responsibilities, plus we don't say how we feel, and I feel like this is what got us in the debacle we're in. Been with you guys thick and thin, but it's almost as if sometimes we're not even friends, which reminded me, bitch. I was so young, so full of life and vibrant, side by side wherever you was riding. I went so close, almost on some Bonnie and Clyde shit. When he died, you were right by my side with a shoulder to cry on, tissue to wipe my eyes, and a bucket to catch every tear I cried inside it. You even had the same type of childhood I did. Sometimes I just want to know, why is it that you sir came to yours and mine I survived it? You ran the streets, I 9 to 5 did. We grew apart as time went by us, then I blew up to both yours and mine surprises. Now I feel the vibe, I just can't describe it. As much as your pride tries to hide it, you're cold, your touch it's like ice, in your eyes is the look of resentment. I can sense it and I don't like it. And I know that it feels like this is all just a bad dream, but today the truth is you all are still there and I ain't. You know what, man, you gotta move on, don't ever give up the dream, dog. I got love for you all, it's true, we brought people together who never would have been in the same room if it wasn't for working together as a team. That's why the doctor put the pacemaker in me. Hey, like I said, I'll be back, scarred up, energized and still going. You guys all called me the peacemaker, look, I'm still flowing. I know when me and M got together to do this music, the more we became an artist, we just developed a friendship through it. It's no pretending, it's friendship. Enemies, relax, smoke yourself some chronic and light it up, cause you know I'm about to blow up. You know the two of us in the same place at the same time, you know this is blowing up. But hey, you knowing what? I don't know if they know it or what, who's holding me up, slowing me down, and I do this for what? You acting like the sky is falling. I used to be the type of kid that would always think the sky is falling. Why am I so differently wired? Am I a Martian? What kind of twisted experiment am I involved in? Cause I don't belong in this world, that's why I'm scoffing at authority, defiant, often flying off at the handle at my mom. No dad, so I am non-compliant at home. At school I'm just shy and awkward, and I don't need no goddamn psychologist trying to diagnose why I have all these underlying problems. Thinking he can try and solve them. I'm outside chalking up drawings on the sidewalk and in the front drive talking to myself, either that or inside hiding off in the corner somewhere quiet trying not to be noticed cause I'm crying and sobbing. I had a bad day at school, so I ain't talking. Some cocksucker shoved me into a fucking locker cause he said that I eyeballed him. But what you don't know is you got to live it to feel it. If you didn't, you wouldn't get it or see what the big deal is, why it was, and it still is to be walking this borderline of darkness. In the city limits it's different and it's a certain significance, a certificate of authenticity you'd never even see, but it's everything to me. It's my credibility. You've never seen, heard, or met a real MC who's incredible or on the same pedestal as me but yet still unsigned, having a rough time, sit on the porch with all my friends and kick dumb rhymes, go to work and serve MCs in the lunch line. When it comes crunch time, where did my punchlines go? Who must I show to bust my flow? Where must I go? Who must I know? Or am I just another crab in the bucket cause I ain't having no luck with this little rabbit's foot bucket? Maybe I need a new outlet. I'm starting to doubt shit. I'm feeling a little skeptical who I hang out with. I live like a bum. Yo, my clothes ain't about shit. At the Salvation Army trying to salvage an outfit, and it's cool trying to travel this road. Plus I feel like I'm always stuck in this battling mode. My defenses are so up. The one thing I don't want is pity from no one. This city is no fun. There is no sun and it's so dark. Sometimes I just feel like I'm being pulled apart from each one of my limbs by each one of my friends. It's enough to just make me want to jump out of my skin. Sometimes I feel like a robot. Sometimes I just know not what I'm doing. I just blow right off the top of the dome. My head is a stovetop. I just explode. The kettle gets so hot. Sometimes my mouth just talks about shit that I don't get, but I've learned it's time for me to U-turn. Yo, it only takes me one time for me to get burned. I ain't failing next time. I can gain from what all I have learned. I can no longer play stupid or be immature. I got every ingredient. All I need is the courage. Like I already got the beat. All I need now are the words. I got the urge. Suddenly it's a surge. Suddenly a new burst of energy has occurred. Time to show these free world leaders the 3 1/3. I am no longer scared now. I'm free as a bird. Then I turn and cross over the median curve, hit the burbs, and all you see is a blur from the other side of this.